welcome back to our channel. We had a pleasant time taking naps in between and flying over the various countries of the Middle Eastern region. With the announcements, we got to know that we entered the skies of the European region. Europe, being a major hub for international flights connecting various continents, is a home to numerous airlines and has a vast network of airports, and so we could see a lot of air traffics. It was a nice time watching the aeroplanes flying within our sight from somewhere to somewhere. Now, those of you who are new here, we are traveling from Muscat International Airport, Oman, to Charles de Gaulle International Airport, Paris. And now we are on this connection flight from Sabiha Gökçen International Airport, Istanbul, to Paris. If you would like to watch the first part of this vlog and also get some details to the list of documents we collected for this travel, you can simply watch the video from the link in the description box. Each flight is a new experience for me, and that's why watching the landscapes from the skies is really mystical. As we were nearing the airport, announcements were made to get us ready for landing. I was just clinging to the window panel and capturing all the wonderful scenes. And soon our flight began to descend down. And so, here's a visual treat for you to watch with us the amazing view of France and the city of Paris as we are landing to the Charles de Gaulle Airport, Paris. The sky view of farmlands, crowded buildings, water bodies, and the roadways were all building the excitement within us. It was after a travel of about 3 hours 40 minutes we are landing in Paris. And so, from the start of the journey, we had a flight time of almost 8.5 hours. I was again excited to step into the soil of France, making it the third country in a single day. After deplaning, we soon went for the immigration counters. The Paris airport was so lively and crowded that we had to wait in a long queue for the immigration procedures. Soon after that, we collected our baggage from the baggage counters, and also we took a local SIM card from a store nearby. So then, with the luggage, we walked towards the shuttle station and caught the airport shuttle from Terminal 1 to Terminal 3. And that was quite easy as there are airport shuttles between all the terminals. These shuttles are free for all and they run in every 4 minutes, connecting the terminals, the railway stations, and the car parkings. Soon, within 8 to 10 minutes, we reach the Terminal 3 of the airport. It is from here that we are supposed to catch the Aria trains towards the city center. The route map within the train was a real help for spotting the stations and also learning about the connecting trains or metro lines to reach our hotel. The Aria trains in Paris are the suburban railway system, which mostly runs from airport to the city center and also towards the suburban regions. From here, we bought a one-day Navigo pass, which included both the Aria trains and also the metro lines for one day. This was, of course, a good option as we could travel in the RER train to the city center. And later in the day, we could also use the metro lines for exploring the city. Traveling in the RER train was also interesting. Watching the outskirts of the city and also getting to know about some culture and style. These RER trains are quite fast and comfortable to travel with baggage. After a travel of about 30 minutes, we reached the station at Gare du Nord, and from there, we also had to catch another ARIA train and two metro lines to reach our apartment. We actually planned to make use of the public transport system in Paris, as it is said to be the most convenient and one of the best way to explore Paris. We got down in Le Corty metro station and had to walk about 3 minutes to reach our apartment. It was almost 7 p.m. when we reached the apartment. And so the staff had already left, leaving the keys and everything for us to access. The payments and all the formalities were already completed online, so we could directly access the room without any delay. This was more like a homestay, as we were looking for one such kind since we had almost 5 days to spend here. We found the space and this apartment after a lot of research online as we had some criteria and wanted somewhere nearby the metro station. If you would like to know more about the hotel bookings we did for this travel, like in Paris, Switzerland, or Rome, then do let us know in the comment section. We would love to share our experiences. This was a kind of studio room with basic amenities. It had a KitchenAid and a small fridge, with a microwave and some basic utensils. Though we were not planning for a great deal cooking, but of course we were in search for a room with a KitchenAid, so as to help for heating, reheating, or making short preps. And this room was of course well made and clean. We actually had a plan to visit few places today itself, but since we got late from the airport, so some of our plans really got washed off. But the excitement being in the city of Paris was no less, and so we quickly got freshened and made a coffee, relaxed for some time, and made fresh plans to explore the city. Now, this view of the street is through the window in our apartment. We took with us some of the important belongings and got out of the apartment. We walked towards the metro with a plan to visit the famous Sacré-Cœur Basilica in Montmartre. Since we already had the one-day Navigo pass, it was really helpful to directly hop in the metro from our nearest metro station, that is Le Corti. We took the metro line 13. The metro trains here in Paris runs in every 2 to 4 minutes during the daytime and every 6 to 12 minutes after 8:30 p.m. And so it's one of the best means of public transport. And got down at Saint-Lazare. We took a second metro from Saint-Lazare to Abysses, which is a station at Montmartre. After 4 stops and about 8 to 10 minutes, we reached the metro station at Abysses. Searching online, we got to know that this is the nearest station to Sacré-Cœur Basilica in Montmartre. The metro lines run underground the city, so we took the exit and climbed steps. Actually, a lot of steps and a lot of steps to reach the ground level. Yes, the climbing on the very first day was a little more tiring and not expected. Somehow, walking, running, and climbing, we reached the open air. Then, slowly, we walked through the streets of Montmartre towards Sacré-Cœur Basilica. This basilica is one of the most iconic monuments in Paris after Eiffel Tower. It was consecrated in the year 1919 after the end of World War I. It was almost closing time when we reached, but the guard was kind to let us in. Sacre-Cœur means Sacred Heart in English, and this basilica is dedicated to the Sacred Heart of Jesus and serves as a place of worship and pilgrimage. This is one of the most visited places in Paris by tourists. Candles are lit in devotion by the devotees. The small altar within the basilica was also new to us, as this was one such altar of Saint George. All these sculptures are made with white marble. The whole of the basilica is said to be made with travertine stones in Roman Byzantine style. There were some pamphlets, and we took one about Sacre-Cœur to read and keep as remembrance. And this basilica is believed to be painted by Pablo Picasso. Few people were seen in prayerful state, and so we too spent some time in prayer. Then we walked around to see the basilica. After spending some time inside the basilica, we came out. There were a lot of people flooding in around the premises even at this time, which is almost 10:30 p.m. Walking around, we came to a location from where we could see the beautiful Eiffel Tower. The first glance of Eiffel Tower was also real excitement. Along the walkways, we could also see the fence packed with logs. There were also people selling souvenirs and small items in the roadside. The Sacré-Cœur, being on the hilltop, is an important icon of Paris, visible from many parts of the city. As we were tired after the long journey, we thought to wind up the day. We started walking downwards when we suddenly spotted the funicular ride, carrying people up and down the hill. We actually missed this while coming up. Then, walking along the street, we also came across a lot of shops with souvenirs and many cute little items. We reached back to the Abysses metro station and we had to take two metro lines to get back to our apartment. So, this was all about our day one in Paris. I hope you enjoyed being with us, as I loved to share the experiences. Thank you for being with us. And again, hope to see you soon in our next video when we visit the Louvre Museum in our day 2 in Paris. Until then, bye from us and do take care.